Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is an impromptu video. I usually don't really make videos on work days after working 12-hour shifts. But as you know today, a brand new Dragon Ball series and anime series was announced, Dragon Ball Daima. And well, the fan base is up in arms again, like when Super came out. There's this, oh well, this makes Super non-canon now. That is not actually true. We have no confirmation that this makes Super non-canon. I, for one, am very excited for the new anime series. I really hope Dragon Ball Daima does well. But people are saying just because Toriyama's, more involved than he usually is, he's pretty heavily involved in this project, that this makes the series now canon. And I would like to remind everybody that well, that's just not true overall. Just because Toriyama works on something doesn't make that something canon. Now, I'm not saying that Dragon Ball Daima is not canon or is canon. We have too little information to go on right now. We just know that the reports are in that there will be no impact to Dragon Ball Super. Apparently, Dragon Ball Super is continuing serialization. We do know from just watching the trailer, it's obvious that this takes place right after the Buu fight, so it could be possible that Dragon Ball Daima may be canon to Dragon Ball Super, and it could also be a reboot, who knows. But what we know so far right now is that in 2018, the official sequel manga to Dragon Ball manga is the Dragon Ball Super manga. There's nothing that has been stated yet about Dragon Ball Daima being the new canon that I can find. We're going to be getting more information in January's Dragon Ball Battle Hour. Maybe we'll get more leaked information. But currently what we know is that it will have no impact on Dragon Ball Super at all. That's from reports and what leaks have said. And it seems true if the anime is taking place in a gap of time that is technically between the end of Buu and the start of the God of Destruction saga. Now, as you know, the Dragon Ball Daima anime has shown that everyone has been turned into children. I see that the fan base has been pretty mixed on that, but I think it could be a fun little adventure for sure. I'm super excited to get more lore, especially information on this new world they're going to. A lot of speculation says that it's the Demon Realm. I hope it is. I would like to see I'd like to see more on the Demon Realm outside of heroes and stuff. I also am very curious to see if they elaborate more on just how powerful magic really is, because I know with the Moro arc, magic is like pretty supreme, honestly, but it's super rare. Maybe we'll get something flipped up on its head. I'm super excited that the Power Pole is coming back for Goku. That's great. And I really love the designs for some of the children. I think that Child Master Roshi is already hilarious looking, and, hopefully that'll go well. I'm really excited for Dragon Ball Daima. But the confusion right now is the video isn't really about Daima. It's more about what is and is not canon. So we have no confirmation on whether Daima will be canon or not, whether it's just a spin-off series and a one-off kind of thing. Maybe it's a one-off and it's canon. Maybe it's just a one-off that isn't canon. It could be just a fun little adventure that Toriyama wanted to get out of his system. Who knows? I hope it goes well, for sure. And even if it is canon, oh well, that'd be nice, It would really upstart the lore community on all the things we've witnessed lately. I don't think it will be, in the sense, groundbreaking the canon of Super at all. I feel like if it is canon, completely canon, it will actually just be a lead into Super. Like just a, hey, this adventure did happen. No one talks about it. Who knows? Maybe we'll see for sure. But if Toriyama's involvement made things canon, and that's all it took for something to be canon in Dragon Ball, I'd like to remind everyone that Dragon Ball Online exists. Like, Dragon Ball Online exists. And it had some pretty heavy Toriyama involvement. And, like, I'm not talking about just, like, character designs and stuff. He also helped with story there. And he helped with designs. The staff brought him all the... he brought all the stuff. He had to verify it. Same thing it seems he's doing now. But, again, like I said, just... If Daima is canon, then how come there wasn't this big uproar that Dragon Ball Online was canon? I know it was a Korean-based MMO, but hardcore Dragon Ball fans, like, the internet was booming in, the 2010s. Like, this stuff isn't, like, new information. Like, it said that, various in-game techniques and story elements was checked and had to be consented by Toriyama just to be allowed a place in the game. We also know that he done character designs for Dragon Ball Online for the 5 years prior to 2008. And we know that, Toriyama and the developers set the events 250 years after the events of the original manga. So, like, Toriyama seems to have been pretty heavily involved with Dragon Ball Online. And it seems like he's even more involved on the anime side on this time. But again, it doesn't make things canon just because Toriyama works on it. Toriyama has done designs and, from what I recall, maybe even some suggestions on stories before on non-canon films. And, yeah, so hopefully this shakeup is going to be a good shakeup. I'm looking forward to Daima coming out fall. I'm also going to look forward to any new news coming out for Dragon Ball Daima. I know that I'm hoping to see some pretty epic and interesting battles. I for sure want more interesting battles, and I would love more information on the Demon Realm. But for right now, if we take everything Toriyama does as just always canon, what is canon in Dragon Ball? And we know what is canon. We were told that, the Dragon Ball manga that Toriyama wrote is canon. And we were told that the official sequel to that manga is the Dragon Ball Super manga. And we know that it is not exiting serialization. Reports and leaks state that Daima does not impact Super and won't impact Super. So it looks like we're going to have Super to come. And a lot of people have already forgot, apparently, but when these Dragon Ball Magic leaks was, because that's what people thought Dragon Ball Daima was called, was Dragon Ball Magic was happening, those leaks had already mentioned that Daima was, or Dragon Ball Magic at the time, would come out. And it would be a different series, but that Dragon Ball Super may still, have a new season coming out post Daima. So maybe we'll see Dragon Ball Super return in 2025, maybe in 2026, who knows. I would love to see the Moro and Granola arcs animated. I think that if they stick to what happens in the manga and just expand it to make it more, exciting visually with the fight scenes we get in those, it'll be a gold mine for sure. Like, those are some very epic manga chapters. If you haven't read them, I suggest you read them. And who knows, we're gonna see where things go. And I'm wishing Dragon Ball Daima the best. This is Protector Cross, and if you have any comments below, like tell me what you hope Dragon Ball Daima accomplishes. Like, it doesn't matter if you agree with me on canon or not canon. What do you hope it brings to the Dragon Ball franchise as a whole? Like, do you hope it brings, like, a great adventure? Do you really hope it expands the lore like I do? Do you hope that it's going to be a good, entry point for the new audience, that's the newer generations to get into Dragon Ball? But other than that, that's it. This was an impromptu video. I've been keeping up with the Daima news, and the forums have been blowing up, and people are like, well, canon this, canon that. We have no official statements to whether Daima will be a part of the official canon, that is the Dragon Ball manga and the Dragon Ball Super manga, whether it will be a part of those, that canon storyline. We have no idea. We have no idea if it won't be. And here's hoping that it succeeds. This is Cross signing off. Good night, good day, and have a good time.